Hey, what's going on, man? I'm checking out this video, the 7 different levels of wrestlers. But we all know there's different. Not all superstars are created the same, bro. You got your Roman Reigns, you got your John Cena's, The Rock, The Undertakers, and then you got the mid Carters, who's capable of going for the championship, but could also work like in tag divisions like Dolph Ziggler, Miz, and then you got the you got the you got the jobbers, bro. These people are like your security guards, bro, and their only mission is to get packed up, bro. Like JAGs, bro. That's what they are. But there's different levels of. Is that Undertaker in the crowd? My fault. Yeah, that is Undertaker, I think. But yeah, there's levels, and also the finishers too. Like it may be one move that and I know, but that move is not putting you away. And that one move, clearly answer went, bro. No pun intended. Like, like the punt kick. Like if you run, when you do that in real life, that's why they say don't try this at home. But man, let's check it out, man. But I appreciate, man, the likes and comments, bro. Let's get this video to at least 10 likes, bro. I'm not asking much, just 10. And calm it down, bro. Let's get it.
These are the 7 levels of WWE wrestlers, starting with level 1, the jobber.
That's what I
The
say.
jobber
The
exists for
JAGs.
one purpose: to take L's and make other wrestlers look good.
And get
These are
packed
the
up.
wrestlers who show up,
Gilbert.
take their beating, and disappear into the night. Most of the time, jobbers don't even get entrance music. James
They get
Ellsworth
generic
embodied
ass
this role
theme song, bro.
perfectly as a chinless underdog who somehow stumbled into a storyline with AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose. Kurt Hawkins set a record with 269 consecutive
Hey, I
losses.
remember that too. I remember that, bro. I think they had a storyline with this, bro. This dude was just straight losing, and then he finally won the tag team championship at WrestleMania 35, bro, at New York against R-Truth, bro. With R-Truth, bro. Like this dude was known for losing.
Turning his jobber status into a
No,
full-blown
not
gimmick.
R-Truth. Zack
You
Ryder.
also have the local enhancement talent who gets squashed in under 2 minutes to establish a monster heel like Ryback or Strowman. Some jobbers carve out lengthy careers in this role. Funaki spent years losing matches but became beloved enough to hang around as a backstage interviewer. Akira Tozawa remains stuck in catering, occasionally emerging to get
Go back to catering, bro. Go make me a double spicy combo, bro.
squashed by someone like The Miz or Rhea Ripley. The jobber's life is thankless. They arrive at the arena knowing they'll lose, collect their
Damn.
paycheck, and hope that
Oh, yeah.
someday they'll get an opportunity to climb higher and become a key part of the main roster.
I don't think the way y'all become a jobber, bro.
EVE Online is a vast universe.
At some point, I gotta win, bro.
But while the jobbers start at the bottom of the barrel, some wrestlers skip this level and start directly at level 2.
The next NXT star.
Around 2014, NXT became the proving ground for upcoming stars and indie wrestlers to refine their craft before moving to the main roster. They're too big to be jobbers, but this
Man, I
is
miss
where the
those
machine
guys, bro.
decides if you're ready for the bright lights of Raw and SmackDown. Shinsuke
fun
Nakamura
with
arrived
that,
in
bro.
NXT as a legit star from New Japan Pro Wrestling with a cult following. His matches against Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe were instant classics, and the King of Strong Style was soon moved to the main roster. Kevin Owens dominated NXT as the prizefighter before debuting on Raw by attacking John Cena and immediately establishing himself
I remember that, bro. Roll it.
as the prizefighter before debuting on Raw by attacking John Cena and
This right here, I'm gonna tell you my exact reaction to this. So this is the time John Cena, like this is my first year with Roxanne Wrestling. This is the first time John Cena he won the United States Championship from Rusev, and then after that he'll do an open challenge every week. And then we had names like Sami Zayn, I remember Neville, Cesaro. He was getting boys opportunities, and bruh, Kevin Owens came. I'm like, who is this guy? And he had the OG NXT title. bro. This dude was a menace.
Immediately establishing himself as a major player. Names like Samoa Joe, Asuka, Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black, and many more navigated this same level before getting called up to the main roster. Currently, stars like Trick Williams, Ricky Starks, Blake Monroe, and others in NXT are going through this same phase. They're champions and key players in NXT, but WWE isn't confident enough to give them the call up to next level yet. This level is make or break because either you adapt and ascend, or you flounder here for ages before eventually getting released. But for those who survive the transition, the next level awaits. The midcard is WWE wrestlers who appear regularly, have recognizable characters, and occasionally win matches, but never threaten the main event scene. They might get a brief run with the IC title or the US title, but they rarely get a taste at the big gold that is held by the top dogs. Grayson Waller perfectly represents this level. He's good on the mic, decent in the ring, and wins enough to stay relevant, but loses whenever someone important needs a victory. He's in that comfortable zone where he's employed and featured on TV, but ultimately replaceable. Guys like Solo Sikoa, Damian Priest, Carmelo Hayes, and Rusev are other mid-card stars on the current rosters.
I don't know what Solo they should
often wrestle in multi-man matches, challenge for mid-card titles, and work solid matches that people forget about by next week.
I like his comedy.
Wrestlers can spend entire careers here
you can't have
doing everything.
You can't have the United States Championship and lose, bro. Like, he had a United States Championship with losing match.
Asked of them, but never getting that elusive push to the next level.
I'm Andrade.
But for those rare few who capture lightning in a bottle, they advance to the next level where real opportunities finally start to emerge.
Upper mid-card.
The upper mid-card is where wrestlers become legitimate stars without quite reaching the top of the mountain. These are the guys who main event B-shows, challenge for world titles occasionally, and can be slotted into the main event picture. But they're not the face of the company. The Miz is the ultimate example of this level. He's a former WWE champion, multi-time Intercontinental champion, and one of the most reliable performers on the roster. He can cut promos, work consistently safe matches, and elevate younger talent. But despite all his accomplishments, nobody genuinely believes The Miz will ever be the face of the WWE again. Dolph Ziggler spent his entire prime trapped here. He had the talent, the look, the crowd support, but WWE never fully committed to him. He'd put on great matches, hold the IC and US title, but whenever he got a world title shot, he'd lose and drop back to the mid-card. His career became a frustrating loop of almosts and what-ifs. Dominic Mysterio recently ascended to this level after feuding with John Cena and reclaiming the IC title. He's not ready for the world title yet, but he's big enough to be a key part of the roster and feud with the major guys.
One day he is.
Sheamus represents the ceiling of this level, a multi-time world...
Yeah, bro, Sheamus. I don't think he's ever gonna be what Roman Reigns is. But he's good enough to win a championship. But like people don't look at Sheamus as stuff like, this is perfectly described. People don't look at Sheamus as that top guy, but he can't be a top guy. He won't.
Champion who's respected, featured prominently, and can beat almost anyone on any given night. But his days of carrying the company are far behind him. The upper mid-card is simultaneously rewarding and limiting. These wrestlers make great money, work regularly, and have job security. But there's always that nagging question if they have what it takes to reach main event status.
Like Roman,
However,
Cena.
When everything aligns perfectly, some wrestlers transcend this level and become true main event players. Main event players are the wrestlers who consistently compete for world championships and headline pay-per-views, but haven't quite become the undisputed face of the company. Seth Rollins embodies this level perfectly. Yeah. He's a multi-time world champion, one of the best in-ring performers of his generation, and capable of carrying any major storyline. He consistently has major matches at WrestleMania. He's held the company together.
I think with Seth, bro, Seth problem, he'll win the championship, and then unfortunately get hurt. Like 2015, I think it was supposed to be Seth versus Roman, and then he got hurt. He got hurt in the middle of it. And then this year too, it's supposed to be Seth versus Roman, and he get hurt in the middle of it. That sucked though. But Seth, like, and that is true with Bob Ricochet. Like, he's good, but I don't think he'll ever be number one. But he's still great though, bro.
During transitional periods and reinvented himself repeatedly to stay relevant. But he's never been the guy in the way Roman Reigns or John Cena were. He's always been the number 2 option. CM Punk's WWE title run in 2012 demonstrated both the power and limitations of this level. He became WWE champion and held the title for 434 days, but he was never positioned as the face of the company. WWE still positioned John Cena above him, giving Cena the marquee matches and promotional push, while Punk main evented the B-level pay-per-views. Main event players are expected to deliver in high-pressure situations, work hurt when necessary, and help younger talent develop. They're not quite irreplaceable, but losing them creates noticeable holes in the card. Main event players rotate in and out of the title picture based on booking needs and creative direction.
Hey, can you break this down for me?
The first step for using the quadratic formula is to calculate the discriminant.
Oh.
Northern Tool and Equipment. Get serious.
They might be champion for months, then spend the next year chasing or working programs with other main eventers. But there's one level higher, a level so rare that only a handful of wrestlers per generation achieve it.
Level 5, face of WWE.
The face of the company isn't just the top star.
Cena,
they are
Austin,
the company in the eyes of casual
Taker,
fans and mainstream media. These are the wrestlers non-fans recognize, the one who appears on talk shows and magazine covers. Cody Rhodes currently occupies this role as the WWE champion. Before him, Roman Reigns held the throne after the longest world title reign of the modern era. These wrestlers don't just main event shows. The entire show is structured around their matches and storylines. John Cena defined this level for over a decade as the PG-era superhero. Love him or hate him, Cena was WWE's most reliable draw, their corporate representative, and their connection to mainstream audiences. WWE's entire business model revolved around Cena's availability and positioning. Hulk Hogan in the 1980s was the original template of this role, a cultural phenomenon who transcended wrestling and became a legitimate celebrity. Stone Cold Steve Austin during the Attitude Era embodied this level as his star power saved WWE from bankruptcy and defeated WCW in the Monday Night Wars. The face of the company carries immense pressure. They make far more money than everyone else, but they also sacrifice privacy and sometimes their bodies to maintain that position. But even faces of the company eventually step aside, and if they've done everything right, they transition into something even more valuable.
Legend.
Legends are wrestlers who've transcended their active careers and become permanent fixtures in WWE's history. They're not grinding on the road full.
Yeah, but these superstars, you in the legend, like I said, bro, Roman Reigns, legend. He's in the legends. Who else? You got to put Brock, like superstars who could take part time off. Like, are you able to take like significant time off and return and get a pop? You part of this. Like Stone Cold was, Rock was, Roman Reigns. Every time Roman Reigns returned, bro, he get a pop. He got a pop, bro. Like Undertaker, like those superstars.
Time. They show up for major events, work programs with current stars to pass the torch, and maintain their mystique through carefully managed appearances. The Undertaker was the perfect representation of this level during the later stages of his career, when he'd show up during Mania season, defend his streak, and disappear for the rest of the year. Edge returned from a career-ending neck injury in 2020, and when he came back, he didn't need to rebuild his credibility. He was instantly slotted into main events, won the Royal Rumble, and challenged for world titles because his legend status guaranteed that he'd draw fans. The Legend's role is crucial for WWE's continuity. They connect different generations of fans, wrestle in dream matches, and give current stars credibility through association. Beating a legend doesn't diminish them. It elevates the younger wrestler while the legend remains untouchable because their body of work speaks for itself. But a select few wrestlers ascend beyond this level and reach the next one where their name becomes immortal.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame wrestlers are those who defined entire eras and whose careers represent the absolute pinnacle of what's possible in professional wrestling. They don't just have memorable moments. They have moments that changed the industry's direction. Names like Roddy Piper, The Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Hart, Dusty Rhodes. These guys weren't just legends. They laid the foundation for what pro wrestling would become. Shawn Michaels is the Heartbreak Kid, Mr. WrestleMania, the Showstopper, a wrestler who literally wrote the book on how to perform at the highest level. His matches with The Undertaker at consecutive WrestleManias are considered the greatest in history. His ladder match with Razor Ramon revolutionized the industry. The Undertaker spent 3 decades building the most iconic character
That's
in
deep.
wrestling history. When Undertaker's gong hits, it doesn't matter if you're
Boys knew it was up, bruh. Undertaker WrestleMania season. You hear that dong. Like, it doesn't matter if Undertaker had a down year. WrestleMania, bruh, ain't nobody was touching him.
current fan or haven't watched wrestling in 20 years, you stop and pay attention. Hall of Fame wrestlers become immortal. Their merchandise sells forever. Their matches get packaged in every nostalgia collection.
What?
And new generations discover them through WWE Vault and YouTube. But even among these immortals, there's
What's
one
level 7?
final level, reserved for the absolute rarest of
Iconic?
performers who belong on the Mount Rushmore of WWE.
GOAT, I knew it, GOAT.
The GOAT is
John
a title
Cena,
reserved
bro.
for wrestlers
John
who
Cena.
transcended the industry
John
itself
Cena.
and became global
These are
cultural.
my goals, bruh. John Cena. Roman Reigns. Who else? Yeah, John Cena, Roman Reigns, bruh. For me. To see where they at. Yeah. Put it down.
Icons. The Rock
And
is
Rock
the
and
ultimate example
Austin, bro.
of this level. Dwayne Johnson became the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, then leveraged that into becoming the biggest movie star on the planet. His promos are quoted daily on social media. His matches are studied by every generation of performers. And when he returns for special appearances, it feels like a big deal. John Cena is another undisputed GOAT. Due to his Make-A-Wish appearances and Hollywood career, Cena has ascended the WWE and become a mainstream figure that is known globally.
Well, they created a championship belt for my guy, bro. Like, I'm so glad people could appreciate John Cena right now. Cause, bro, dude, I was thinking when, even though they was not booing him in 2015, just before I start. Hey, I'm still part of the PG era. Hey, I was there when people was booing him. I was there when people was cheering him. Don't turn heel. Let me get a heel turn. I was there, man. To see him finally get love, that's respect, though. But comment down below, bro. Who is y'all ghosts of wrestling, bro? And bro, Roman Reigns is up there too. Cause I watched him my whole career. I watched him with the big dog. I was watching SmackDown when they put dog food on him. And to see him return 2020 with the veneers, with the beer, with the show up and win, to see where he at now, man. It's a journey, bro. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. To see what he is right now, I could appreciate that, bro. Like, but hey, man, make sure you hit the like, the subscribe button, and let's get this to 20 likes. Just 20 likes. But hey, appreciate it though. I'm about to back at a video, man, the other video, man. But hey, see y'all.